Hey guys, TonMobile back in. Today I'm going to rank my top 10 favorite smartphone of 2022. I'm basically going to be ranking the phones that I have personally used. There are hundreds of phones out there, so I haven't used all of them, but here are just my top 10 personal favorite. But before jumping into my top 10, I know I have only been using my OnePlus 10T for a couple days, but I will give it the runner-up award at number 11. Just barely missed the top 10 due to timing. I was not very impressed with the camera, but so far I still like it better than the Galaxy A53, which did not make the cut. That is probably my bust of the year due to the fact that it is so slow and laggy when using it. I would not recommend that phone and don't know why anybody would even get it. If your budget is around that range, I think the Pixel 6a is a much better deal. Speaking of the Google Pixel 6a, it comes in at number 10 for me. Overall, a very smooth budget phone, no lag. One of the best cameras, I believe, in the blind smartphone camera test. So this just shows that even budget phone can create really good quality photos. And my only complaint with this phone is the very aggressive RAM management. When I was using the Pixel 6a, every time I switched between games and texting, the game would restart. So that was super annoying for me. But overall, still a very solid phone at a solid price. Coming in at number 9 is the Galaxy S22 regular version. Very fast and smooth phone, feels nice in the hand. Not a lot of compact phone these days, but Samsung is still offering them. The biggest downfall is the battery life, and I do not like the sharp camera edges for some reason. I don't know why they designed it this way, but at least in the S23 I believe it's going away. So overall solid phone, just terrible battery life. Up next at number 8 is the Galaxy S21 FE. It is the budget version of the S series with a larger screen and bigger battery, while still offering most of the similar specs. And you're paying less for a bigger phone with similar performances. I think the FE is a no-brainer over the Galaxy S22. Number 7 is the Galaxy Z Flip 4. Very nice and compact phone. Super stylish. The biggest downfall is a $1,000 price tag, which is still a little bit on the cheaper side for a folding phone. But at the same time, I would like to see folding phone eventually drop to the $700 price range or lower. But we're slowly getting there. But when you're using a phone, it actually feels just like a normal phone. The coolest part is when you fold it up and put it away while not using it. And even having to open up the phone every single time when I'm using it is kind of a pain in the butt. Just like an extra unnecessary step. I wish they made the whole front screen usable so I don't need to open up the phone every single time. And I remember when I had the Galaxy Z Flip 4, I would just leave it open on my desk all the time just to see the always on display and save me a step of having to open and close it. So the idea of folding phone sounds cool, it looks nice, but it's not always practical. Number 6 is the OnePlus 10 Pro. Overall solid phone, super fast charger still included. I don't like the slippery back, but just a solid, boring flagship phone. Comes in at $900 though at launch price, which is still a little bit too expensive for my taste. But just overall performance, battery life and everything, I do like it a little bit more than the Galaxy Z Flip 4. Finally, approaching the top 5 is my Galaxy S20. It is still going strong heading into year 3. And it is just probably one of my most favorite phones. It still have the micro SD slot, works perfectly fine. Don't know why Samsung get rid of it. I know you can argue that the internal storage is always better, but I do not have any issues with the micro SD on the S20. It's super convenient. I have like a 500 gigabyte SD card, so that expands my storage to almost a terabyte. And it's so easy just to swap it in and out. Everything is still fast and smooth to this day. Has a 120Hz refresh rate, quad HD, great camera. I basically use it to record most of my videos. So shout out to the Galaxy S20. Number 4 is the Galaxy S22 Ultra. For $1,200, it is probably one of the best smartphones that money can buy just in terms of all the high-end specs. The S Pen, all the high-end features, 100x zoom, basically all the bells and whistles you can ask for. But at $1,200, it is a little bit too expensive for my taste. I prefer another phone that is about half the price, which is coming up soon. But before that is the Galaxy Z Fold 4 at number 3. Large folding phone, super fun to use, very immersive experience when you're opening and closing it, and just having the largest screen in your pocket is awesome. But it is very heavy to carry around and it feels like you're carrying 2 smartphones around, even though I'm used to carrying 2 smartphones around. But this makes me feel like I'm carrying 3 smartphones around because I have my Galaxy S20 with me all the time. And this phone is at $1,800. It's very fun to use, but very expensive and not really affordable for most consumers. And then finally, at number 2, we have the Google Pixel 7 Pro at $900. It does undercut Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And for $900, it is a solid price for a budget Pro phone. I have one of the best cameras, has all my favorite AI features and all the software involved. The call screening, when I make a phone call to doctor's office or just schedule an appointment, I don't have to listen to all the prompts. Can easily select all the menu on the screen. It has my favorite Google recording app that has all the transcription and notes I can look up. Speaker labels, there's so many good things about this phone. 120 Hz refresh rate, Quad HD, 30x zoom, macro camera, basically the whole 9 yard. And finally, last but not least, coming in at number 1, it is not the iPhone series. You may notice that I did not use any of the iPhones this year. I'm still protesting the iPhone 14 and the eSIM card in the US. It makes it very challenging to switch between Android and iOS. And since I switch phones so often, I opted not to go for the iPhone this year. I'm curious in 2023 if Samsung and a lot of other carriers will all switch over to eSIM. I know that's going to be the future, but I'm not ready for it yet. Right now, I can just pop my SIM into my S20, Pixel 7 Pro, whatever phone I'm using, I can just plop it in. But if I switch to an iPhone 14, that is no longer the case. Although all the newer phones do support eSIM, but each of it requires different steps, different apps I have to download depending on the carriers. And that is the main reason why I did not use any iPhone in 2022. But with that little spiel aside, my favorite best value phone of 2022 is the Google Pixel 7, the regular version. And at $600, you're getting one of the best camera in the market, the best software, and just overall experience with it. You're getting basically 90% of what the Pro model have to offer, and it is $300 cheaper. You're missing the 120 Hz refresh rate, the biggest screen, and some of the macro camera feature, but I think it's okay. And even jumping from the Pixel 7 to the OnePlus 10T, you notice all the little things that make your life easier for the software integration. But I think at $600, it is the perfect price for a flagship phone that basically deliver all the high-end specs, water resistant, wireless charging, basically the whole package. The only downside is the battery life and the somewhat okay fast charging. There are many other manufacturers who offer faster charging, but I think the overall experience and just the smooth software and the $600 value really can't beat that. So that would be my number 1 pick for my favorite phone of 2022. And it's a trend that I do hope to continue to see. Very strong value at this price range because I don't believe in spending more than $1,000 for a smartphone. This is probably my most ideal price range. But there you have it. Those are my top 10 favorite smartphone of 2022 that I have personally used. Let me know what your thoughts are below. Do you agree, disagree? And what is your favorite phone of 2022? Thanks for watching, guys. Please catch me on the OnePlus 10 series vlog when you have a chance. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.